Good afternoon. It's that time of the afternoon again when we preview and highlight another local business in our community. And today I'm going to bring up the graphic. I got these fancy graphics now that I get to pop up. So it's, as you can see below me, Equinox Home Staging. And we're going to talk about the power of home staging, how it can turn a room that may have nothing in it into something magical that will get you more return, more money when you're going to sell your house, and possibly sell that house a lot faster. So I'm going to just bring them on right now. We have real estate agent from Ecofine Properties, Suzanne Slate. Say hello, Suzanne.
Hello.
And then the ladies below me, we have Claudia and CarrieAnn. They are the co-owners of Equinox Home Staging. Hi, ladies. How are you? Give us a
Hi, how
wave.
are you?
Good, good, good. So we had you guys on a few weeks ago, and it was awesome. You guys told us about your business, what you guys do, and I apologize, my dog is barking right now, just on time. So there's my dog barking in the background, as you can hear. Sorry about that. So tell us, Suzanne, I'm going to let you take it away, but let's find out a little bit more about their business again, and then about the power of home staging.
Yes. Welcome, girls. It's so good to have you back.
Hi, Suzanne.
We're excited to have you here. So yeah, for those that weren't able to see your earlier interview that we did, just explain a little bit about your business and everything about you.
So we are a Boca Raton-based home staging and redesign business. We do everything from vacant new construction to owner-occupied staging and redesigns. And it always all starts with home staging consultations.
CarrieAnn.
Yeah, I guess to recap our last interview, we went through the COVID process, the importance of things. We gave special tips, and we talked about how we are a boutique agency as opposed to a Turnham and Burnham agency.
Right, right. So how are things going now that COVID seems to be up and down? How do you see the market going with your business?
You know, we have been impeccably blessed. I that's all I can say. We still have business. We take so many severe precautions because both Claudia and I have family members that are high risk. I am also high risk. Most people don't know I'm epileptic. So that's, one thing. So we take every precaution, especially right now, because we do redesigns. And that's a lot of times when the homeowner lives in the house. So we have to take extra and extra and extra precautions. But business is good. We see, you see the real estate sales. People are buying.
It's pretty crazy out there.
And, I love it.
Yeah, everything changes.
Extra is positive.
Yeah, I mean, March 17th started a whole new world. Nothing that we've known before. It's unprecedented, and I don't think we ever could have predicted what's happening right now. I mean, it's exploding. So your business must be great, and one of the main reasons why your business is great because you guys are phenomenal at what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, I think one of the reasons we're seeing a big movement coming into Florida is because a lot of people that were in the Northeast, where I'm from, Connecticut and Westchester, New York area, people are taking earlier retirements. They want to get out of the big cities, and we're seeing a lot of them moving down to Florida. And I think we are seeing that homes need to be prepared. They need to be staged because up north, houses are all being, we're telling our clients, you have to stage your house to sell it. And when they're coming down here, they are having the same expectations to see a house move-in ready, to, have a lifestyle that they aspire to.
I'm sure you both have your own view on it, but give us a view of what the power of staging. Tell us from your point of view, being the experts.
Well, I mean, we can cite a few things that have happened recently, just in statistically wise. We had a house that went under contract in the Oaks within about 60 days of us staging it. And for anybody who's familiar with the Oaks, you know, stuff does sit on the market. $1 million homes plus tend to sit on the market a little bit longer, but right now they are moving faster. But we were, cross your fingers, about to have another house that sold in 4 months after being on the market for years.
Wow.
So, I mean, that just kind of shows you like the importance of it, because it's a mindset. It is an experience that we have to create both in person and online now, because so many people are shopping online. And, you know, our goal is to make your house an experience for the buyer, so that it's not so cookie cutter. They can envision themselves living in it.
Right. From the beginning to end, I know I do a lot of listings, and in fact, I have a new listing coming on the market, and I don't think the lady, I love her, she's adorable, but I think she hasn't done anything with design since probably 1982. So it's a really difficult task that I believe I might need you to help us with. She's a widower. So what would you do in her case? What would I tell her about you?
So we just actually did it. We're working with a real estate team out of Boca, and their niche market is the more, I would say, a more senior client. And you know, they have beautiful homes. Some of their pieces, you know, furniture pieces and decor items are great, but they just have too much stuff. And we went in, we spent probably 5-6 hours in the house with our movers, and got a lot of things packed away, moved to a storage unit, and but they basically stayed with their own things. We just really created a really nice concept around it. And the realtors were really blown away. I mean, they said, what a difference. They didn't even recognize the house. And, you know, it's not on the market yet. It should be coming on probably next week. And then we can share photos with you, but a redesign is the way to go. It's a much cheaper staging service, and the clients are more willing to go down that route, especially if they're a little older and more set in their ways.
Right. And what we do is we come in and we basically take your items and make them work in the house. Because when we live in our houses, we put things where we want them to go. You know, it's how we live. How you stage and how you live are two different drastic things. So, you know, somebody might love this piece of art, but we walk in and we go, wow, that art would be so much better over here, or that table would work over here, you know, and we are able to create a flow of design that follows all the way through, so the buyer is not distracted by all the other stuff in the room.
Yeah.
I mean, even people who just are sitting in their houses and like we all are and going, I want to do something to my house. I don't know what to do. You know, I mean, you could call us. We'll come out. We'll help you rearrange your house. Most people go, this was just like an HGTV show.
That's what we want, because everybody's watching it.
I'm like, really? Right? It's so flattering.
Well, it's true. What you do is it's essential.
Yeah, we want to
in
be
our
on
industry.
HGTV.
Yeah, I wish you girls were, and maybe that's what you should do, because you'd be amazing.
Well, they're eventually moving back towards to design, and away from building. So, you know, they go with the market.
And Suzanne, we do have a bunch of pictures that Claudia and CarrieAnn sent me over. So let's pull up. Let me switch my view here with all of us on here. Let's pull up some of those pictures, and you guys can kind of tell us what we're seeing. Okay. All right. So we'll go to this picture first behind me. Let me get out of the way so you guys can see it. Just tell me, you guys can see that picture behind me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
So behind your head, Rob, is actually the front entrance to this space. And it's a very typical large luxury home.
But you don't have to move.
Yeah, no. But what happens in this case is this is the main arrival, and it's a very large space. And it's sometimes very difficult for the buyers to envision how to lay out that space. So our job is to come in and create what we call an inspirational first impression and arrival.
So I do apologize. I'm going to come. I hope these are in the right order. Some look like they're in the right order. Some are out of order. That's a different room.
Okay, that's a different one. Mm-hmm. So this is now staged, the same space, and we created a really nice living room. And when you see the chairs is actually a bar. So this room had a main living room and a bar in it, and we just had to, spell out the spaces and for the buyers, so when they come in, they see where their pieces will go.
So it went from this to this.
Wow.
Okay.
Different.
And that was their furniture? You just put it? Oh, okay.
So this was a vacant staging. So this was us bringing everything in.
Beautiful.
And Suzanne, talk about the importance of that just from a real estate perspective. I mean, look at this is what when you're bringing people in to look at a house, they see this. Now the house may be great, but it's just you can't get that feel sometimes, right? And then you see this.
Very long room too.
And then you see that.
Most people can't visualize what a room looks like with furniture in it. They just don't have that technique that you girls have. I mean, it's a gift. So that you know exactly what the room, the feel of it, the vibe of it, the size of it. People are like, oh my gosh, what do I do? I wouldn't know what couch, what I would do. And then they want to visualize in their head, do I have something that's similar to that I could fit in this room? And then all of a sudden they're designing and it's like, they own that room. That's their home.
Right. I mean, hopefully we're giving the new homeowner a template.
Yeah.
Correct.
For them to be able to see where, okay, our couch could go here. Our sectional could go here. Our bed can go here.
Exactly.
So now is this the same house here? These two views here, guys? Ladies?
Yeah, so this is really a good example of a power of consultation. We walked in and we had this beautiful mural and custom glass thing going on around the door. And we pretty much told them, before you go on the market, we really have to neutralize this space and depersonalize it. And they listened. They were fabulous clients.
Wow.
So look at that.
And those are the people that they work so hard. And it's not that we didn't either, but, it's the collaboration between the agent and us. We're the marketing team. And the house sold fast.
Yeah.
In an area that just doesn't generally turn over that fast.
And at the time, I mean, it's their house, so I guess that artwork, that mural they put on there was beautiful and it fit them. But if they're trying to sell it,
so they had clouds painted on their wall. It was very beautiful, very expensive. So the whole room had clouds and very pretty scenery. But when you walked into the room, now that's been painted.
That's incredible. That doesn't even look like the same area.
Yeah, it looks very different.
That's the difference.
But staging is about appealing to the majority of buyers. So that's our job. We talk to the realtor. We find out what is it that the buyers are looking for in the area. We find out who is the most likely buyer, a family, empty nesters. That's why that collaboration is so important between the realtor and us. And then we make the suggestions based on, also your needs as a realtor.
And then here's another, correct me if I'm wrong, another vacant property, I take it, that doesn't have any furniture inside.
Yeah.
And then here's is this the right?
Oh my gosh.
Is that the same image? That's right?
Yeah, it's the same house, yes, same place.
Look at that.
This one sold in 3 weeks, under 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And again, we worked hand in hand with the realtor. Man, she's we work with great people.
Yeah.
Look at the night and day difference on that. I mean, wow. And it's plus Claudia and CarrieAnn, correct me if I'm wrong, not only for the appeal of if you're showing the property in person, but online, right? If somebody sees this image, they're going to be like, next property. Next one.
That's yeah. And I think we have to remember over 90% of home buyers, and I'm sure we're going to see even a higher statistics, maybe 95 to 98 this year, they start online and they just move with their finger or their click of their mouse to the next property that has that appeal that you're looking at, wow, I can see myself living here. And those are the properties they're going to ask you to see.
So here's my
So
favorite
this is
one.
again a before and after. Again, the power of a consultation. It was very important here that we spoke to the realtor. She told us that this would not be a home for a family with children. She felt that this was going to be a space for empty nesters. And when the way we walked in, you couldn't look past the toys. So we had to come in and this was a redesign because they have really nice pieces throughout the house. Amazing pieces. So we really didn't have to take as much furniture out as we had to bring in accessories, take out as much as the toys. They still did come to visit. So if you look at the shelving, you see there's some kids' toys still there. They're just now put away.
Yeah, the Tonka truck's not sticking out there, but yeah, that's
Yes.
incredible. But look at that. And I think I have one more. Let me see. I think I got one more set here. Nope, that's that one. We went to that one. I don't think I have any others on here, but it just goes to show. I'm going to go back through really quick one more time, and I'll let Suzanne, ask you guys some more questions. But look at that. From nothing to, all right, this one's out of order. That's the only one. To that.
There you go.
I mean, the vision you guys have is incredible. It goes to show in your work and your pictures that, look at from that. And granted, it's a tighter shot, but there were all clouds and painting, and then it went to this.
Yeah, that's actually the walls.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
Refresh.
Yeah, now those are the walls with it unpainted with the murals.
Folks, if you're thinking of selling your property and you don't have furniture and it's unfurnished like this is, give Equinox Home Staging a call and it'll turn to this. So it really makes a difference. If you're searching online, people are going to pass this up and they're going to move on to the next property, and they see this, wow, it's a little more pleasing to the eye, and you're going to stop on that image for a little while longer.
And I will say that, all the photos that you're looking at currently are actually staged homes. They're not virtually staged.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you don't have the virtual stager that we have, you're going to be looking at stuff floating, and it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense sometimes when you have virtual staging. It's very bland. They use one picture, one pillow. This shows you, how you're going to live.
Well, and I think
How you
Suzanne,
can live.
I think Suzanne said it earlier too. Is and all you ladies did. It's hard sometimes for people to vision. And I have a bad thing visioning sometimes. Not when it comes to video, because I'm a videographer by trade, so I can see stuff. But
Exactly.
but even in a home sometimes, my wife will say, well, what if we did this here? I'm like, I just can't see it. It doesn't make sense. And then she'll do a little project, and you're like, oh, wow, it actually does look good.
Always trust your wife.
Yes. So, but you guys, this is what you do. How can people get in contact with you? If they're interested in using your services or talking to you and getting an idea, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Claudia.
Okay, so they can either reach me on my personal cell, which is the 561-247-2231 number that's in my background. They can email us at eqxhomestaging@gmail.com. They can look at our website, which is www.equinoxhomestaging.com. And we are literally on every social platform that you can think of, from Instagram, LinkedIn,
TikTok.
Facebook. She's on TikTok. So you can really find us. You can get in touch with us. And, honestly, we truly love what we do. And we just had 2 beautiful reviews. And again, it came through that we love what we do. And that's, I guess, very important in any profession.
Yeah, I mean, both of us have had past, obviously, professions that complement each other, thankfully. But yeah, to what Claudia was saying, that's the reality.
You both mentioned earlier that you're Boca based, and I don't want anybody to be shied away if they live in Port St. Lucie. So you guys explain how far you go or what, doesn't matter, basically, right?
Sure. We go to West Palm Beach. We'll go a little bit further, up to Palm Beach Gardens and in that area. We go about as far as west to Lake Wellington, and then south that area, that runs along that area. And then we have Parkland over here. Then we go Delray, Boynton, we go up the coast.
Yeah.
Most houses we do are inland. Well, that's not true.
Do you do virtual consultations if someone, lives, let's say, in Port St. Lucie, and you don't go up there?
Absolutely.
You can do what you do virtually also, right?
So we just did one for an agent up in Juno Beach. She didn't want us driving all the way out to Juno. So pretty much the way it works is we all have the capabilities on our phone to either FaceTime or, for WhatsApp, some kind of a video chat. I think you can even do it for Facebook. And we walk the realtor really through the house, tell them, stop, turn to the right, turn left, walk a little bit further in, do a 360. And this way we get a good look and we can, do a virtual consultation. When we weren't during the shutdown, CarrieAnn did some phenomenal redesigns, even virtually, where she walked the client of how to place things, where to move things, so we can do anything that's necessary.
Also, in our last interview, you mentioned rentals, and I think it's really important in our industry. And for people, we are having people that just want to get out of New York City or New England or the Midwest, wherever, and come to Florida and be here so they can be outside and enjoy the weather and just get away from it all. And the rental market's pretty hot, but you might be renting something that's completely empty.
Yes.
You can do that, which I think is huge.
Yeah, we can furnish a rental property. So the biggest complaint is there's no furnished rentals.
Right.
And so we come in and we have a bunch of different options for furnished rentals.
I think that's a really good option for a lot of people, especially
and it's not that expensive. It's not as expensive. We were kind of like, wow, okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
All right, so I have to ask. I need a tip. I don't know. You don't have to give
5 tips.
You got
okay,
5.
Here we
you got
go.
5. Now I know you don't.
Your nose in the car.
You don't.
Sorry, Claudia.
You don't want to give all your trade secrets away. I get it, but let's give the folks out there some tips to staging, things they may not be thinking about, what they can do.
So one of the things that's really very, very important is deep cleaning. A house has to smell clean and it really has to look clean. We cannot forget windows, because when you look out the windows and they look all dirty and smudgy, that just doesn't give a very good first impression, especially with the beautiful light we have down here in Florida, and it just shows everything. So deep cleaning.
Yeah, deep cleaning. Clean off all of your surfaces. In your bathroom, leave a few items. In the kitchen, you only need a few items. If you're putting your house on the market, when we say deep cleaning, I'm talking about ladies get on the floor and check those floorboards. If somebody walks into a dirty house, we've all walked into a dirty house. Let's face it. And you're kind of like, it reflects on maybe how the house was
maintained.
Yeah. Right. That's very true.
I would say declutter and organizing. We all have had, clients that open up those closets. A lot of stages tell you just shove everything in the closet and close the door. Well, I know in my past history as a realtor in Connecticut, my clients opened those closets and they looked in there. So, I always tell them, take at least 1/3 of the things out of your closet and box it up and take it to a storage unit, because they want to see space. They want to see they can get their own things to fit in a closet. And, when you're shoving everything under, God knows where in your closet, and it's, literally you open the door and it just all comes flying at you, that does not give a very good first impression.
And oftentimes, if you have space in your garage, start packing for your move.
Yeah.
You're in the market to sell your house, to buy or move somewhere else, assumingly. So when we say, you hear declutter all the time from home stagers, declutter. That's just it. And that basically means start packing the stuff that you don't need, that you have been having laying around your house like we all do. And if you've got room in your garage, it's okay to put that stuff in the garage, especially because garages are a commodity here. Like nobody walks into a 2-car garage and sees stuff in there that is boxed up and goes, wow, this is a really small garage. It just doesn't happen. 2-car garages are standard. 1-car garage, standard sizes. 3-car garage, standard sizes.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, anybody who has a golf cart bay, there's your storage unit. Let me tell you, that's probably about 18 by 10 wide. Yeah, plenty of room. So save yourself the money on a storage unit.
Oh, that's for sure. And those are really great tips, because that's basically what people should do when they're thinking about moving anyway, and get rid of things that you're never going to use, or that TV that's so old that you just throw it out or donate it to the veterans or do something really good with it.
And don't do it at the last minute, because it overwhelms the seller. They start, they start to get very emotional because they're putting all of their stuff away. So if they do it in a slow manner, as long as they're not in a timeline situation, it just won't overwhelm them as much. Like, oh my God, I know. I've moved probably 10 times in my life because I'm a flipper. So, we all hate moving. And it's just like, okay, well, start putting that stuff away, put it in boxes, put it in your garage, wherever, until we come in and help rearrange and redesign, restyle, however you want to call it, your home.
I think one of the things that I would also explain, and we do explain that to our clients when we do consultations, is to start looking at their property as a product. And that's a tough step for many, many people to do. But when you look at your house as a product, not your home anymore, it's much easier to let go of things. It's also much easier for us as stagers to come in and tell them what things need to be moved out, moved into a garage, storage, wherever it's going. But it's just marketing. Staging is marketing. When you list it on the market, your home, it becomes a house or a property, whichever way you want to look at it. And it makes it easier for you as a realtor. It makes it easier for us as a stager. And it helps the client move on to their new home.
That's a really great point, because it's no longer your home. Once you put it out there, it's no longer your home. It's
right
for the public and for someone else to buy for you. So that's a really, really great tip. That's very
important. A lot of times with your clients, you have to present it in the right fashion. Like if you say, this is not going to be your home anymore.
Right.
They're going to be like, right. So you just, that's why I always say, if you're going to move, start decluttering and start packing, because emotionally that gets you prepared for the next step, that you can embrace the fact that, okay, I am ready to move. This is no longer my house. I'm going to give it to somebody else.
For a great profit, because you staged it.
One thing I wanted to
buy our furniture.
One thing I wanted to say is that decluttering and organizing, what we're talking about it, are just the precursors to staging. And a lot of people think decluttering and organizing is all they have to do. But a lot of times if you over declutter and organize, and now the house feels bare, there's no lifestyle experience for your buyer. You have to know how to weigh the two out and balance them, so that a house has a real lifestyle experience.
And chances are you have the furniture and all the pieces in your house to make it a lifestyle experience. It's just about how you place them. And that's what we're here for.
And
awesome.
And you ladies do an excellent job at that. Once again, how can people get in touch with you? I know we've said this already, but what's the best way to get in touch with Equinox Home Staging? Claudia, how can they get in touch with you and CarrieAnn?
They can call me on my cell, 561-247-2231. They can email us at eqxhomestaging@gmail.com. They can also go for our website, equinoxhomestaging.com, or they can find us on literally every social media platform.
Even TikTok, we heard. TikTok.
That's
yes.
right. That's
Yes.
CarrieAnn, though.
Fun. That's fun. So
I'm the silly one.
that's the fun. We're starting to delve into TikTok, so maybe we'll have a connection somewhere and do something fun with that.
Oh, I can tell you some stuff. It's fun.
We just started getting into that realm. But yeah, you ladies, I mean, again, I'm just going to quickly bring up just a few pictures. Have you guys ever watched the show Hoarders or Hoarding on?
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what
I
do you,
have a master's degree in social work.
what do you think when you see, and I do feel bad for those people because they do have something that attaches them to all this stuff, but what do you see when you see those? It must just like drive you crazy, or do you just envision what you can do with that area? Yeah, you just envision.
Yeah, it doesn't drive us crazy. When people live how they live.
Sure.
You know, I mean, yeah, both of us would walk in there and be like, boy, our hearts go out to this person.
Sure.
But hopefully we can get them to a point where maybe they can start reliving.
Mhm.
You know, get the stuff up on the floor, the newspapers, all that kind of stuff. And we have teams that actually do that. We have a great team that does furniture removal and donation. So there's all kinds of things. Yeah.
And so again, look at the picture behind me. Bare room, nothing in there. Looks like a few bags of clothes or something that they're getting ready to move out, and dark. And then we go to this image, and you're just like, wow, night and day.
Yeah. They were in one of those buildings that is on the ocean, and it's so hard to clean those windows.
Sure.
But they got it done.
So, Suzanne, what do you think? I mean, you got that listing. Where's it at? In
Steeplechase.
Ooh, let's videotape
Yeah,
it, and then you can air it. We'll do a video
I already warned Rob. I said, we have to do a video in the next week or so. And I've got her on a mission of taking the little tiny dishes, 15 of them off the wall. And
Oh, my grandmother used to have that. My grandmother used to have that.
grandmother dishes.
We ball
Yeah.
those.
Yep.
Listen,
And see what we can do to video. Maybe we could do a before and after. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So, well, I want.
I mean, it makes a difference.
And that's the key here is folks, if you're watching this, you know, and you're thinking about staging your home or selling your home, I should say, and you know, you need some help. You know, maybe you have too much clutter around the house, or you need some walls painted, or you don't have that vision. Call Claudia, call CarrieAnn. They'll help you out. This is what they do for a living, and they do a wonderful job at it. So, ladies, I want to thank you again for coming back on with us again and joining us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
and Suzanne, as always, Suzanne has become the master of these local business videos we've done. We've highlighted so many local businesses in the community, and you know, we continue to do it. We make it our mission at Ecofine Properties to highlight local businesses because it's, hey guys, it's what it's all about. Local community, live here, work here. We visit the same restaurants. Our kids go to the same schools. So we need to support each other, support local businesses. So if any other local business owners are watching, feel free. I'm going to pull up my number here. Reach out to me. Call me. 561-801-6621 or Rob at Ecofine Properties. We'd love to highlight your business just as we did for Equinox Home Staging. There's Suzanne's number. You can call Suzanne 561-719-8220 or Suzanne at ecofineproperties.com. Also, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, she can help you with that too, I think. You need your house.
Find you the best stagers around.
You need your home. You need your home staged. The ladies below me here, CarrieAnn and Claudia, call them. They'll help you get your home right. So yeah, I mean, any local business owners out there, it's been a pleasure doing these. Suzanne, you've had fun. This is the second time we've had Claudia and CarrieAnn on, and I feel like I know them even though I don't. I know them virtually. I'm sure we'll meet one day face to face when this calms down. You know, it's just a great way to highlight the businesses. And after it's all said and done, like I said, we'll get out there and we'll help. We'll do some more professional videos. But right now, just because of the time we're in, we're doing it via Zoom. But it's fun and it's out there.
I saw the episode you guys did with the local photographer.
Oh,
it was awesome.
Yeah, Bill Barbosa. So he's another local guy. We've done everything. Suzanne, what have we done? Restaurants.
I've seen most of them.
We've done a lot. Yeah, there's been a bunch.
I love the yoga one you did.
Yep, we've done those. We did.
I was at my house. She's crazy.
She's phenomenal. Wow.
Yeah. It's fun. I mean, you know, we get to meet wonderful people like yourself. Like, who wouldn't want to work with you girls? You know, you have a great name. It has a purpose and a reason behind your name, but it's the people. It's you guys that they're hiring. Look how fun they would have working with you, how knowledgeable you are, how beautiful you are, and inside and outside. I mean, honestly, that's why it's just so great, because they get to meet you without even knowing who you were 5 minutes ago.
And Suzanne, the best part about that is, especially with Claudia and CarrieAnn and just all the local business owners in the area, you're dealing with them. So it's not Amazon.
Yes.
I had an Amazon package just arrive, but it's not Amazon. It's not this big corporation where you don't know who you're gonna get, or who's you're on customer service, you're on hold. You know, a job doesn't get done right. Oh well, sorry. You know, you're dealing with Claudia. You're dealing with CarrieAnn. You know, they live in this community. They're a part of it. They're not here to mess anyone over. They want to do the best job they can do because it's a referral. They get word of mouth. People talk. So that's what's so important about supporting local businesses, because they're here within our community. They live in our community and they give back to our community. So I appreciate all the work you guys do. The work is excellent from the pictures and everything I've seen. And
thanks. You guys are so nice.
Yes, you definitely are.
And
I'm glad we met like this.
we'll meet in person one of these days, I promise. Hopefully this coronavirus gets its butt out of here soon.
Hey, let's all say a prayer.
Yes.
For whatever religion you subscribe to.
Sure. So that does it, I think, ladies. So thanks again for joining us. Suzanne, as always, thank you. And everyone, have a wonderful day.
Hey.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.